Fifth Hour Radio Show.
Let's start off the show by giving our listeners a little background on how you got started in music. You know, at what period in your life did the inspiration to become a rapper really set in for you?
Probably like high school years. During that time, I was mainly a DJ. I started off as a DJ, collecting records, stealing records out of my mom's collection, and collecting whatever the hottest new wax was at the time, or also collector's editions. But when I got into college, the paradigm kind of switched a little bit, and rappers became more popular than the DJs. And I tried my hand at it a little bit, became part of a little rap crew in college, and I started getting away from the DJ thing and started getting more into the rap. Started writing more songs, started trying to put together songs. So I think college years, late high school, college years was probably the prime time when I really started getting into that.
You know, at that period of time in your life, how often or how much time out of a day do you think you spent with just you and your pen and paper?
A few hours. I mean, a lot of it wasn't really like specified time. I would probably just be walking around and an idea would pop up, and I grab a piece of paper, a notebook out of my backpack, and start jotting down some ideas. And eventually, during the course of the day, a couple of those ideas, maybe 2 days later, after jotting down ideas throughout the day, it turned into a song. I never really sat down and just said, okay, I'm going to sit here for 2 hours and write a song. It just doesn't come like that. Sometimes creativity is not really a mathematical process. It's just a feeling, you know what I'm saying?
You know, talking about the process, I've always wondered, does the beat come first or do the lyrics?
It all depends on the person. Some people, it's the beat come first and then the rhyme. Some people, it's the rhyme and then they make a beat that goes with the rhyme. You know what I'm saying? It all depends. I don't think there's no one right way to do it.
Now, before your success came, how did you perfect your craft? Were there some places you would perform to start steering you in the right direction to give you that confidence you needed to take it to the next level?
Nah, it wasn't really that. I mean, there was a lot of open mic nights and stuff like that came up, shows. Like when I was in college, my partners and I, we used to promote a lot of parties. I went to the school called Howard University. We were one of the first people to bring down salt and pepper. We saved up our money and kind of siphoned some of our financial aid money and put it towards, you know what I'm saying, put together these back to school parties and homecoming parties. We brought down Just Ice, Salt and Pepper, and a couple other people, and we just started and really that was really one of the main forums that I used at those parties to promote my rhyming, my rhyme skills and all that.
You know, speaking of taking it to the next level, how did the formation of Digable Planets come about? Did you guys know each other or meet through mutual friends and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, you know, of course, the brother Ishmael Butler, a.k.a. Butterfly, was a student at UMass, and somehow after a couple of years of college, he migrated down to the Philadelphia area where I'm from, and he has a grandmother. And his grandmother and my grandmother kind of lived in the same neighborhood, you know what I mean? And we became friends just through associations and being in the same neighborhood and hanging at the same kind of parties. And through just talking, he started telling me about this group he was trying to put together called the Digable Planets. He started telling me about the concept of the group and all those other things. And everything he said to me, it resonated with me. You know, it resonated in my soul. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. I like that. I mean, I didn't say exactly the same language he did in terms of describing his theme, but the same themes that he described were basically, you know what I'm saying, very close to how I presented my life in terms of how I wanted to live my life, the philosophy of life, how I looked at life, you know, how I looked at the music world. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like how he flipped it, you know, and then the community, one for all for one, but he flipped it in a way of like an insect. You know what I'm saying? Because in the insect world, there is no ego. There is no, you know what I'm saying, it's me, me, me. It's everything within the insect world is for the good of the hive or the community, or, you know what I'm saying? So that was the basic theme of it, and it resonated with me a lot. Through him, I got more into that sound, the jazz, hip-hop sound, and at the time I was dating a young lady named Marianne Vieira, also known as Ladybug. She wasn't Ladybug then, but she was Marianne Vieira. And because we were dating, she would always hang around as me and Ishmael were putting together the songs and talking about the demos and what we were going to do and how we were going to make this happen. And eventually, just being around us, she just eventually became a part of the group.
Digable Planets changed the landscape of hip hop. Do you think there'll be another change like that coming, almost like a, I don't know, a renaissance?
I don't know. I hope so. It'll be nice. I think most likely it will be. I mean, everything is pretty cyclical. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the things we did and things we do were basically things that were inspired by people that came before us. You know what I'm saying? And from the days of Jelly Roll Martin from back in the 20s and 30s. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to like Miles Davis and Pharoah Sanders, Sun Ra, Parliament Funkadelic, you know what I'm saying, all the way up to us, you know what I'm saying, to Cool Herc, Run DMC, you know what I'm saying, all those things was all part of the cycle that made who we are, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, hopefully one day another renaissance will come and there'll be some other groups that come in and will change the game and create a new sound.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But I think there are groups out there like that. You know what I'm saying? They just don't get a lot of light in the mainstream world. But you know, in the underground scene, I've traveled around the world, and I've had the honor to be able to meet people from all over the world that are doing incredible things in the music world. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop and funk and rock. You know what I'm saying? It just takes money though to get your name out there and get it out there.
Oh
like
man,
that, you know?
you spoke a mouthful right there. How easy or how hard was it for you to adapt to the success of Digable Planets? I know, did you ever feel overwhelmed at all because of the responsibility of being a major act, you know, the constant performances, interviews, TV shows?
Yeah, it was a little overwhelming, but it was a fun type of overwhelm. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like overwhelmed like you're in school and your teacher gives you like a gazillion pages of homework to do that night, and then you got an exam and a big quiz coming up. You're like, it was something that when it's something that you love to do, you know what I'm saying, you accept the challenge of, you know what I'm saying, that comes with all the things you got to do, like the interviews and the shows and all, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. It comes with the game, but it was a good thing. I did feel a little overwhelmed. I mean, you got tired of doing like 10 interviews in a day or something like that when you had those days like that. But overall, you look back at it, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was very fun, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to people, explaining to them my concepts, my philosophy of life, what I like, what kind of music I like. It was fun to me. You know what I mean?
You know, speaking of being a major act, you got to perform on the Arsenio Hall show, Late Night with David Letterman, Yo MTV Raps. You know, being on a national stage like that, it has to be one of the greatest feelings in the world. But man, it also has to be kind of nerve-wracking. You know, at least it would be for me. Is there a difference performing in front of a camera than at a concert?
Nah, not really. Once you get used to it, I mean, our first show was the most overwhelming to me. Our first show ever at Digable Planets was at Syracuse University. Our song had just kind of came out and was starting to get a little buzz, but it hadn't gotten that mainstream buzz yet. And we were asked to do a show at Syracuse University in the Student Center, and we went up there and did it. That was like, to me, that was the most scariest moment ever. It was an auditorium filled with all these college students looking at you like, what you going to do? What you going to do? And it was just very nerve-wracking. But once that first show, I got it under my belt, I was cool after that. You know what I'm saying? But each show, I do get a little... You know, you get them little butterflies in your stomach, feel like you got to go to the bathroom. But as soon as you hit the stage, it goes away. As soon as you hit the stage, it just goes away. You know what I'm saying? Automatically. But cameras, stage, to me, it's all the same. Once you got used to it, and I got used to the flow of the music industry, it didn't really make a difference whether it was a radio show, a stage show, or at MTV Studios. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, when you guys blew up on the scene back in the day, and you know, you guys just become pretty much a phenomenon. Was there an added level of stress to create music?
Yeah. The label kind of added that stress. The stress wasn't put on us ourselves, but it was definitely put on us by the label. The label, of course, they wanted another Cool Like That hit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause to them, it's all about numbers. It's about record sales and selling units, and you know what I'm saying, making sure that the top radio stations is playing your record. And once Cool Like That got on, they wanted us to continue to do that. So we rebelled, and we made Blowout Cone. You know what I'm saying? Which was the anti-pop album. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about what you got going on right now. Your current project, your band is Cee Knowledge and the Cosmic Funk Orchestra, and you got an album coming out soon in the summer, right?
Yes.
Who makes up the Cosmic Funk Orchestra, and how did this band fall into place for you?
I started it in 1999, 2000. After I left the group in '95, and the group disbanded, I moved back to Philadelphia, which is my hometown. And then I eventually migrated after a while, being in Philadelphia. I migrated back to D.C., started working in the studio, and I started meeting a lot of musicians, artists, and things like that. And I started helping develop a lot of these artists to, developing them, getting their demos together, helping them with their stage shows and things like that. And then I eventually moved in 2000 to Philadelphia. When I got to Philadelphia, I was like, yo, I need to start developing. I need to get back into my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was a bit of depression or sadness or whatever it was, but I made a conscious effort to just not really do music myself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do it. Once the group broke up, I didn't really want to do it myself anymore. I wanted to help other people. But then somehow a couple of years went past, 2000, I moved back to Philly. I decided I wanted to get back into it and really start doing it for myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of ideas. I had a lot of musicians I had met over the years, and I just started calling them up. And eventually, we put together an 8-piece band in 2000, and started touring, and it started getting a little buzz started going with it. You know what I'm saying? And over the years, some of the members have changed. The core members, myself, my man Kai Chi, a.k.a. Flo Sama Bin Rahman, we were the two core members that still remained in the group. And over the years, we changed. So now, in 2014, we have a three band group, which is basically my man Gary Dan on drums, my man Mitch Beer on bass, and my man Adam 12 on guitars. And then I'm the lead vocalist. My man Kai Chi is one of the lead vocalists from the group too, and we have other special guests that come in, like my man Eddie Kane, who's the Galactic singer, sings most of our hooks, and then I have my man Reality, who plays percussion on some of the songs, and also does a lot of some vocals, the backup vocals, and we have a sister named Alexa Gold, who sings on some of the hooks and does backgrounds for us, and when we do live shows. So, but basically the group is myself, Gary Dan, Mitch Beer, Adam 12, Tai Chi, and Reality.
Now, how would you describe the sound of the Cosmic Funk Orchestra?
Well, to me, Cosmic Funk is kind of like a mixture of a whole lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? You mix in some soul music, some rock and roll, some jazz, hip hop, and it's like a little brew that we dubbed Cosmic Funk. You know what I'm saying? The cosmic is because the universe is filled with a whole lot of different mysteries and all different types of planets and stars and, and different galaxies. So you put all these different types of musical styles, it's the cosmic, and then you add it with the funk. The funk is our foundation. You know what I'm saying? That funk, that Parliament Funkadelic, that Marvin Gaye, that Barcades, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, that Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff that's like the foundation to what we do, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that inspired us to be who we are.
So, man, outside of music, man, what's a day like for Cee Knowledge? What's something nobody knows about you, man? You have any hobbies, favorite TV shows, anything like that?
I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I love Game of Thrones. I've been reading the books, Song of Fire and Ice. And I'm looking forward to the premiere tonight on HBO. I'm a big-time fan of that show. I'm actually a pretty much a comic book nerd. I love comic books, and I like to stay home. If I'm not doing shows or in the studio, I stay home and chill with my family, my kids, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, some people might think that, you being a rapper, you're always out at the clubs doing that. I think I got that out of my system in my 20s. So now I'm just more like a homebody. I like to chill, watch Game of Thrones and shows like Bates Motel and
oh man, you're watching all the good stuff.
Yeah, I love those shows, man. The Vikings, show called Vikings on History Channel. Oh, Walking Dead. Come on, dude. You know I watch The Walking Dead.
All right, so which character would you be if you had to be thrown into that world, man?
Which character would I be?
Yeah, you had to take over the role of somebody, and they're putting Cee Knowledge.
That's good. I like Tyrese is a good character. I like Rick. Rick is my man. And
So what do you?
I like to be on there. I like to create my own character if I was on that show.
Oh yeah, there you
go.
I
like to join Rick and them and try to get them out and try to help them. I like to save them from Terminus. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think's going to happen? You think Terminus is a?
I think
I knew something was up with it. It's too good to be true. In that crazy world of zombies, it was just too good to be true, man. I knew something was up, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm hoping that they get out of it though.
When I saw Tasha Yar cooking the meat, man, I knew something was up.
Yeah.
I knew something was up. I was like, this ain't gonna be no good, man.
I know she all happy in a crazy zombie world. She turns around and is all happy, handing people barbecue platters. Like, come on, lady.
Yeah, where's the meat coming from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't see no cattle running around there.
Yeah, are they cooking those people?
That's what I'm thinking. I think they're cannibals, man.
Wow.
I think they're cannibals.
Man, there's a scene when they're running. Remember at the end they were running to the rail car and they were shooting at them like they were steering them there or something.
There's scene, they weren't trying to kill. They weren't trying to kill them. They could have shot and killed them anytime.
Man.
They just kept trying to lead them to where they was. Yo, that's crazy.
Well, that would be if you look at the fence, man, when they run by this fence, there's like a pile of bones and stuff. Like like
damn, that's very true, son. Wow, you just.
So man, you got the album coming up, man. Is there anything else on the horizon you might want our listeners to know before we get off here?
I'm also developing a web series. Of course, me being a comic book nerd, my lawyer, Thomas View, we wrote a comic book together called The Epic of the Heaven and Earth Association. And right now, we're trying to get it published, and we're working on an independent web series that we're going to try to push on YouTube and some other outlets to try to get the word out there on our comic book series. But,
would your comic book, would it have a message?
Oh, no doubt. Our comic book is based using the metaphors of music. You know what I'm saying? We try to use the protagonists are called the astronauts, and the antagonists are called the Wretched. And it's like a lifelong struggle between the astronauts and the Wretched to try to fight. They try to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, because the astronauts do this thing where it's all about the 12 jewels, and the Wretched are a greedy race of people that just want to. All they want is money. They just want money. They want everything. Everything they do is about the pursuit of getting more money. You know what I'm saying? And when they heard about the astronauts and this philosophy of life that they call the 12 jewels, and their greedy mind, they're thinking the 12 jewels was some kind of diamonds or some kind of precious stones that they can get. So they started So they went and they stole the astronauts from their homeland in the 7th dimension, and they brought them to a place called Planet Supermarket where everything is for sale. And they did everything in their way, psychological warfare to try to find the secrets of where the 12 jewels are hidden. But they don't know that. What they don't know is that the 12 jewels is a philosophy of life. It's a mind state. You know what I'm saying? It can't be turned into some type of marketable, you know what I'm saying, selling point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a philosophy of life. So that's what that basically stems from. You know what I'm saying?
So this is out right now, or are you trying to get this out?
No, it's not out right now. We're trying to be developing it right now. We got the first episode done, and we're writing web series episodes that are a mixture of a couple of mediums like still photos, live footage, and animation that kind of illustrates the first episode. And that's what we're trying to do now. We're doing 13 episodes that represent the first edition of our comic book.
Well, man, that sounds really cool, man. As far as website and social media, can people go there and find out information about that as well as your music?
No doubt. You can check me out, of course, on Twitter at Cee Knowledge. I'm on Facebook under Cee Knowledge. And you can also find me on SoundCloud under Cee Knowledge. Our website, our band's official website is www.cosmicfunkorchestra.com. And from there, you can get to everything, because from our main website, there's links to our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, all those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Well, dude, man, I want to thank you for joining us on the show today. I had a blast talking to you, and I know Randy did too.
I never even heard Randy. Randy was like the shadow.
Man, no, Randy was the one talking to you about Walking Dead. Man, me and him sound so much alike. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah, y'all do, sir.
Well, see, man, we're cousins. Me and him are cousins, and we got the same voice tone. But I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that.
That's what's up. All right,
cool
my
like
fault,
that.
Randy. I ain't mean.
I'm out.
My fault, man. You blended in so well. I didn't even know that was another person.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I put my name up on our YouTube replays. Randy, Rob Fairless, and Randy Ashby, and people are like, well, "Who is Randy?"
Yeah. See, man, I ride. I'm the sidekick, man. I ride along because Rob, man, he holds it down, and I just, I come in because we want to ask a little something, and know, I want to know something too. But he gets hardcore. He's like, "Tell me about your life."
And Randy talking about comic books.
Let's talk about comic books, man. You like Walking Dead?
But Randy has a special knowledge base that I don't have, man. So
That's what's up. That's what makes y'all good. You know what I'm saying? You fight feet off each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Well, Craig, dude, I want to thank you once again for joining us on the show, man. Hope I can consider you a friend now, man, and look to you maybe in the future.
Oh, man, stay in touch with me, man. For real. You gotta do that.
Good luck with the album, man. Be looking for it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
25th Hour Radio Show, baby.
The 25th Hour Radio Show.